We're all scared of death, but I'm somewhat of an extreme case. Death terrifies me. It's on my mind an unhealthy amount. So after years of anxiety, it's time for a new approach.
Hi.
I'm getting up close to death to find out how we can come to terms with what's waiting for us all.
Without mortality, I don't know what humanity would be.
The idea of death is terrifying. The reality, day to day, is not scary.
This week, I'm going to die, at least in my mind.
It's like bathing myself in my own anxiety.
Can this morbid experiment cure my anxiety? I'm in LA and I'm going to meet death doula Alua Arthur.
Hi!
Not only does she guide clients through the process of dying, she specialises in treating people with death anxiety, like me. So today, I'm going to try her prescribed treatment, a death meditation. This is where you run your business from?
Mostly.
Okay. So, as you know, because we've spoken, I have very bad death anxiety.
Yeah.
And I'm hoping that you're able to help me with that.
Death anxiety or fear of death is totally natural and normal. That's the thing that tells us to get out of the way when there's a car approaching on the street. When we walk to the edge of a cliff, you feel the fear, you back up. That's the fear of death that's talking. It's keeping you alive. What is it that you'd say that you're afraid of?
Random accidents, that's one category. The other one is that dying itself is just much worse than people realise. The actual process of dying could be horrible.
The process, what it feels like in the body.
Exactly.
Are you afraid of pain?
Yes.
Okay. It sounds pretty tough to be in your head, always thinking about these million different possibilities that could happen. We're going to walk through all this in the death meditation.
How does the meditation work?
We're going to walk through the 9 contemplations of dying, and then after that, we're going to walk you through the process of your body shutting down. You're going to be safe.
Okay.
Okay, I'm going to be here.
Okay.
Okay?
Yes.
Let's do it. Number 1, if you're comfortable, close your eyes. In about 100 years, all of the humans currently on the planet will be gone, except for the few who are just being born and will live incredibly long lifespans. Number 2, my lifespan is ever decreasing. Number 3, death comes whether or not I am prepared. Number 4, my lifespan is not fixed. Number 5, death has many causes. Number 6, number 7, my body is fragile and vulnerable. It's so easy for it to be wounded. A mistake could bring life to a surprising and rapid end. Number 8, number 9, my own body cannot help me when death comes. Feel this body, this infinite vehicle that has carried you through Earth. Feel the blood pumping. Feel it start to slow down a little bit. The entire metabolism of your body is coming to a halt slowly. Your physical body is dying. The consciousness is moving towards your heart center. Everything is swirling slowly inward. And you're aware now that you are dying. Your drive to live cannot carry you forward. You will create no new memories. And now you finally have the knowledge that this is how you will die. And you are no more. And you are safe and alive and aware. You can sit up, but only when you're ready. Take your time. So.
Do I have makeup all over my face? Oh. Okay.
What'd you experience?
It's like bathing myself in my own anxiety, basically.
Yeah, I took an anxiety bath.
I have to be honest, I wasn't expecting to I'm not a meditator, but that was actually quite profound. I guess because you're in a peaceful situation, it's less scary when you're looking at it straight on than it is when you're in your own head trying to hide from it.
That's one of the real benefits of doing the death meditation is that you have a chance to practice it.
Yeah.
And think it through without being physically feeling like you're in any danger. You feel good?
Right. I feel really good. Yeah.
You do?
I thought I was going to have to pretend when I woke up that it would been oh yeah, no, that was really amazing, but it was actually.
I thought you were going to lie to me.
Yeah.
You'd already decided.
Well, I didn't want to just wake up and be like, that was shit.
That's wonderful. Thank you so much for your openness and also for your honesty.
Would you say that you're part of the death positive movement?
Yeah.
And that's quite hard for a lot of people to get their heads around, like death and positive together.
I think people think we mean like, yeah, death, like, yeah, die. That's not how I see it at all. I see it as more like, okay, death. It's like, I'm gonna die eventually. Let me live like it.
People think it's quite a privileged position to be in, to be able to plan for your death and think about the best way that you would want it. Do you think that that's true?
We are all thinking about death all the time. It might just be a privilege to hire somebody to sit with you during the time of, at this moment. But folks like me are trying to find ways to create more accessibility so that everybody can have access.
Why did you want to become a death doula?
I practiced law for 10 years,
Right.
but I'd grown really depressed by my practice. And I met a woman on a bus who had uterine cancer. We spent a lot of time talking about her life and then her death, and it felt very universal. Like, why is this not a thing that we're talking about? It didn't seem to be a thing out there. So that made it super clear that I wanted to support people through dying. You get to be with humans in their like full humanness. Like, we're so human when we're dying. It's such a vulnerable and intimate space, and to be invited into it is a gift.
And how do you take care of yourself in the process? Because death is a really hard thing for most people, and you encounter it day in, day out.
Well, I like French fries a lot. I eat a lot of French fries because they're wonderful and delicious. I give myself a lot of freedom to feel what I want, to be who I am. I cry a lot, and I'm okay with that. There are lessons in death all the time. I think the greatest lessons about living come from dying.
What have you learned?
That this life is so brief. That it's maybe an opportunity to just experience this whole weird, funky ride. That my existence matters to some, but that also it's pretty insignificant in the grand scheme of things. And that's okay.
It's hard to explain why that worked, because everything that Alua made me think about was all stuff that I think about all the time that's really, really scary. I guess I've always thought about myself dying as happening in this alien world, in this alien body, in this kind of horrible place. But when you realise that it's this world, this body, stuff that you're familiar with, it doesn't seem quite as horrifying in a way. I do feel like I've understood something I didn't understand before, and I'm actually making some progress to conquering this anxiety. Thank you for watching episode 6. Next week is our last episode in the series, and in it I meet Joe. Joe's 34, has cancer, and was told that he had a year to live. I spent the day with him, his wife, and his friends, and he has an amazing, interesting perspective on death. Click subscribe if you don't want to miss it.